everybody, welcome back to Epic Beauty Fail. I'm Jessica. On today's video, I'm doing day 2 of the October 5 Days of Foundation. And today, I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape Matte Foundation. And I know this came out a little while ago, and I know it came out with a lot of drama because of the shade range. And I just haven't picked it up until now. I did pick it up on the recommendation of one of you all. Lisa is one of my viewers, and she says that she really likes this foundation. So I wanted to give it a try, especially here since I'm filming still in September, and it's still on the warmer side, at least somewhat. It is raining today like it was yesterday, so it's still going to be a little bit warmer than it has been the last couple of days. It's been in the 50s here the last couple of days, but today it's going to be in the high 70s. So, or mid 70s, excuse me. Anyhow, let's go ahead and go to the Tarte website, and I will let you know a little bit about this foundation. So they do have 25 shades. This is just the matte foundation, not the hydrating foundation, but there are all the shades that they currently have for this foundation. I'm not sure if they came out with additional shades since their launch. I think they might have, because I remember them only having like 2 deeper shades, and now it looks like they have maybe 5 that are on the deeper end. So not super great, but it looks like a lot of medium shades, to be honest with you. Now, I will say that after I took the thumbnail, I pulled the bottle out of the box, and it looks very, very fair. And Tarte foundations for me are a little bit different. Their names never mean the same shade. Never. I can get 2 different foundations from Tarte, and they have the same exact shade name, and they're going to look completely different on me. So let's go ahead and read the details of this. It says what it is. Kiss the pretty filter goodbye thanks to this vegan and oil-free foundation that feels weightless on skin while providing a full coverage airbrushed matte finish inspired by our iconic Shape Tape concealer. What it does. It's flawless full coverage with airbrushed matte finish. It absorbs oil and shine, helps refine pores, won't flake or cake. Vitamin E helps nourish. All right. It says why we love it. It makes skin look matte but never flat. All day with a comfy, weightless wear. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put this on. Before I do that, I do have some primer on. I have the IT number 50 Serum Anti-Aging Collagen Veil Primer on. I also sprayed my face down with some Pixie by Petra Hydrating Milky Mist. And we're going to go ahead and get into this foundation. So this is what it looks like if you have not seen it before. Now on the one side it does say Tarte Double Duty Beauty. On the other side it says Tarte Shape Tape Matte Foundation. There's what it looks like. It looks like a large Shape Tape. Now, I will say this. I do not like the Shape Tape concealer. I can dot it on, but I cannot put a lot of that on because it's very drying on my under eyes at the least. And I have very dry under eyes just in general. So a lot of concealers just do not work for me. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and try this out. This is in the shade Fair Neutral. Like I said, it looks really, really pale. I can never tell with Tarte's names, like I said. So I'm going to shake this up a little bit. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be using the Flower Sponge on this side of my face and the Sigma F80 on this side of my face today. But I am all primed and ready to go. And if I remember correctly, this has a doe foot applicator. Yes, it does. All right. It smells like foundation. All right, I think I'm going to do the brush side first. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on and see what it looks like. It's definitely pale. Hopefully it'll work. All right, I'm going to use the Sigma F80 on this side. All right, so for as orange as my shade was yesterday, this is pale. But if you look at it against my neck, it's only a little bit pale. It's closer to my natural skin tone than my foundation from yesterday was. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do the other side with my sponge. Okay, so this is definitely a lighter coverage with the sponge. I think I'm going to go in with just a little bit more on a couple of spots, mainly on my nose here and a little bit on my cheek and chin, and then I'm just going to cover that blemish on this side. I'm going to blend this out with my brush, and then I'm going to probably go over everything with the sponge just to even out the finish. All right, so there we go. Like I said, it is a little bit pale. I'm going to try to use some bronzer to bronze it up just a little bit, and we'll see how it goes. Yeah, it's a little bit pale, but the finish looks really nice, I think. Yeah, I think the finish actually looks really nice on my skin. It looks good on my nose. It is already starting to break up a little bit on my chin, but my chin is a problem area for me. So on some people, it might just be fine, but on me, that's a problem area for me. All right, the time is now 9:27. So I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of my makeup on, and I will be right back. Okay, I am back. It is 9:46. Don't know if that's showing up. 9:46. And so it took me about 20 minutes to do my makeup. All right. On my face, I have the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. Just bronzed up my forehead a little bit and my cheeks and my chin. I'm not very good at bronzer. Contour, not very good at either, but I'm really not good at bronzer. On my cheeks then, I also have the Super Shock Cheek Blush in Prenup. And then the Super Shock Cheek highlighter in On the Cusp. That is my highlighter. And there's my blush. And then on my eyes, I have the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk on as a base. The Illegal Eyes, the Doll 10 on my lashes. And then on my lids, I'm using the ColourPop X Kathleen Lights. The Zodiac palette. I have the Libra all over my lid. I have the Scorpio on the outer portion of my eye, the Aries on the inner portion of my eye, the Cancer in my inner corner, and then on my lower lashes, I have the Pisces and the Aquarius smudged on my lower lash line. So that is, oh, and my lips, I have the Bare Minerals matte lipstick in Boss. All right. So this is my total look for today. I'm looking down here in the mirror, and I think it's looking pretty good right now. Like I said, the color is a little bit pale for me, but it looks like it is darkening a little bit on my skin. I definitely didn't bronze up my entire face, and it's definitely turning a little bit more pinky on my skin, if that makes sense. I'm going to go ahead and zoom you in and talk about maybe the 1 or 2 spots that I'm a little concerned about. All right, so probably the only spot that I'm concerned about right now is my chin. It does seem to already be breaking up on my chin, which is kind of annoying. Not like breaking up, but creasing, and you know, my skin has creases in it. I'm not 20 years old anymore. So it is doing that. It is going a little bit in my nose crease, but only the very, very best foundations that I've come across don't go in my nose creases because they are fairly deep. Other than that, I think it's looking pretty good. Don't mind my bronzing mess that's on my cheeks. But other than that, I think it looks pretty good. I think it looks really nice on my forehead. I think it looks really nice on my nose. I did not powder this foundation. I did put a little bit of powder down here along my lower jaw because I got a little bit crazy with my bronzer. So I put a little bit of the Laura Mercier powder just along my jawline to clean up my bronzer a little bit. But other than bronzing powder, I really didn't powder this at all. And it's feeling pretty good right now. I would say it's transferring, but actually I have some primer still on my fingers, so it's not really transferring. The color, it's a little bit pinky. It wasn't when I first put it on, but the longer it's sat on my face, it's gotten pinky, like along my chin here. I definitely didn't put any bronzer or anything on my chin, and it is a little bit pinky. I have a very hard time finding a foundation that looks good on my skin tone because depending on who you talk to, I either have a yellow or a pink undertone. So I do try to go with neutrals, and this is supposed to be the fair neutral, but I found like yesterday's neutral was orange and today's neutral is pink. So I do have issues with that, but it's not horrible. I don't think it's horrible. So, all right. It's about 9:30, like I said. I'm sorry, it's about 9:50, like I said, but I did have this on at 9:30. So we're going to call that the check-in time, and I will check in about 1:30 and then again at about 5:30. So about the same times I did yesterday. So I will see you guys in about 3.5 hours. Bye. It is time for my midday check-in. I am a little bit early because I've got a phone call I have to be on in a couple of minutes, but it is 1:17 and it's not doing too bad midday. I've got a little mirror here. I'm going to look at my face. It is raining, so it's not super sunny today. I'm getting a little itchy, to be honest with you, in different places. Around my nose, I'm getting a little itchy. Bottom of my nose is getting a little itchy. On my chin, I've been a little itchy. So, other than the itchiness, though, it's broken up a little bit on my chin. Not too bad, considering my chin. I think on my cheeks, I think it looks really pretty good, actually. On my forehead, I think it looks great. My nose looks really good. My biggest issue is my problem areas around my nose. It has caked up a little bit. And then just in here on my upper lip, it looks very dry. See, I'm itchy. It looks really dry in here around my mouth and around my chin. But those are problem areas for me. I know that they're problem areas for me, and it doesn't look horrible. It's just starting to look a little bit dry, especially along my upper lip there. So, 4 hours in, doesn't look too bad. It's not my favorite foundation I've ever tried, but it's not bad. Other than the itchiness, like, that's annoying. And then I get itchy on my eyes. And once I start itching, everything itches. You know what I mean? You ever had that problem? But as far as the foundation goes, it's not looking bad midway through the day. I think it's actually looking pretty good. So I will see you guys at about 5:30. So the day is over, at least for my makeup, and the time is now 5:37. So I've had this on for 8 hours, and I have a couple of thoughts. Overall, I don't think it looks bad. Like, if you're just looking at my face, I don't think it looks bad. Right? My forehead looks okay. My nose is a little bit shiny. Could easily fix that with some powder. Doesn't look bad, right? It is not transferring. Well, maybe a little bit. It did transfer a little bit on my one finger. Hold on. Yes, it is actually transferring a little bit. So that's a downside. But I did not powder this earlier, so that is something to consider. And I do normally powder my makeup. But I think overall it's still looking good, except for in my problem areas, specifically around my upper lip, around my nose, and on my chin. So it didn't get more caked into my nose than what it was before. But it's definitely caked in my nose. But my chin actually looks like it's worn down. Like, it's not cracked. It's just almost like worn away, if that makes sense. And on my upper lip here, it's almost worn away, like, in some spots. So, like, over here, I'm not sure if the camera will pick it up, but right here along my lip, it's worn away. Now, maybe I wiped it off when I was eating lunch. I'm not sure 100%. I don't think I did, but I don't know for sure. But the other thing that's weird is this. I'm not sure how well the camera will pick it up. But like in here, what a face, right? In here, it's just like cracking apart. So I don't know if the camera picks all that up, but those are my problem areas. I think my cheeks still look really good. I think my forehead looks really good. I think my nose looks really good, even though it's a little bit shiny. Overall, 8 hours in, I'll be honest with you, about 2 hours ago, about 3 o'clock, 3:15, I started feeling really itchy, especially down here on my chin, like in here and around here. Started feeling really itchy along my chin. I don't know exactly why it did that, but it definitely started feeling itchy along my chin. The rest of my face isn't feeling too itchy, just like I said, along my chin area, which is kind of weird. I mean, I don't normally get like a localized itch, but I don't know. I definitely have to try this out some more though. Try it out with maybe a different primer, maybe a mattifying primer, or maybe a pore filling primer. Although I do say that my nose looks good. I think my nose looks good. But it does transfer, or it was transferring, just a little bit, not a lot, but just a little bit. And I think that it's worn down. I'm going to actually dab my nose. I think that it has worn down very gracefully throughout the day. It did transfer a little bit on the tissue, not a little bit more than like yesterday's foundation, for example, but yesterday's foundation said that it was waterproof, transfer proof, all those things. Yeah. I don't think it's bad, but I definitely need to try it with some other primers, especially on my chin. I really need to try it with a pore filling primer on my chin. Probably use powder the next time I use this as well to see if the powder will help its longevity. For me, I think it was okay. I think it was just okay. This is not like a holy grail type reaction to a foundation, and maybe it's just that I really clicked with yesterday's foundation and my skin. And to where this one right afterwards might be causing it a little bit of let down. Not horribly. Like I said, I think it looks nice in certain areas. My nose kept getting itchy all day today as well. And I'm as far as I know, I'm not getting a cold or anything like that. There's no one else that I'm around that's been sick. But anyhow, overall, I think it looks nice. But I think to wear this again for me, 6 hours might be about the max. Because it did, like I said, about 3:15, 3 o'clock, 3:15, it did start to feel itchy, did start to feel like it was starting to break down a little bit. So that was at about 6 hours. So, but I will keep trying it. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up down below. If you haven't already and you would like to be, please hit that red subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that little bell to notify you when I do upload new videos. And if you have any comments, leave those in the comment section down below as well. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next Epic Beauty Fail. Bye!